Okay, guys. Today is Wednesday, so it's just a market update on these pairs, and this is like first week of April, May. So let's start. Let's get into it. Firstly, we have AUD, JPY. We already got some sales already based on the same analysis I was telling you. Remember, guys, I told you that we are looking for sales at this level. We saw how market was approaching this level here. Then basically we're just waiting for the shift then to take the sale. So that's on the weekly perspective. You can see on the daily perspective that we had the same thing we were expecting, and market was already on the level on Friday. So on Monday we just needed that shift. So let me just drop to 1 hour so you can see where we took the entry from. So you can clearly see that on the 1 hour time frame, the shift was very clear compared to the 30 minutes or 15 minutes. For me, I chose the 1 hour time frame because you can see this is where when the market opened for us. This was Sunday, so we pretty much missed all this, and yeah, we missed all that. Then we got this on Tuesday evening. So but let me just do this. Let's say if you want to take the trade on Monday, so you can see what happened. We had the nice this Friday, Sunday. Then we had the nice shift at this point. You can see we had the nice shift at this level. We had our nice shift. We had the nice shift. We had the retest. We had the engulfing. So if you wanted, you would have entered just as soon as market Sunday opened. You can see you can even put your stop loss maybe right above that point. Then maybe target to your 1 to 3, 1 to 4, whatever. Yeah, but this is a nice 1 to 4. You can see, but we usually don't trade on Sundays, because even if you want, you could have traded on Sunday. Then on Monday you can see the same thing. Market was roaming around. It gave the first entry, roamed around a bit, broke again, it tested, gave the second entry at this level. Yeah, so and again, let's say if you want to just to be more clear, let me put this in the 30 minutes time frame, because I'm sure on the 30 minutes time frame there is another opportunity. So you can see on the 30 minutes time frame our clear shift happened here at this point here. So you can see we had the nice break retest. Then after the retest we had the first engulfing, which was here. Then you can put your stop loss right above this level here, or you can wait for this nice evening star, which happened at that point. Then you can put your stop loss right above there. Then you can see how this trade will just run to. So if we would have entered on Monday, we would have got this and made a nice 1 to 4.5. But you can see on the 1 hour time frame, the thing happened at this level. And even here we had the nice same evening star formation, but I just waited for a small pullback right there to have the 1 to 3, and here also got the 1 to 4. So this is a nice trade. And right now the only legit way you can probably join this pair is you can maybe wait for this 30 minutes to 10 bullish, bearish again, then retest and shift, then you can sell. That's the only logic way you can look at selling this thing. Yeah, maybe you can catch that sale right there. Yeah, then Euro GPP, even this one I got the same thing I was saying. For this pair, we've been trying to trade this since last week. We're trying to catch sales, counter sales at this level based on this head and shoulder we saw. Based on this head and shoulder formation, we were trying to catch these sales. So you can see we had the nice head and shoulders. So we were trying to catch the sales so that we can buy at this point here. And last week we only had the rejections but not the initial push. Then on Tuesday, that's when we had the initial push. You can see. So this was Tuesday. You can see Tuesday there are 4 hour 10 bearish, also 10 bullish. Kept on making higher highs and higher lows. Yeah. then it also turned bearish at some point. Then that's when I drew this line here, so that if market can break and retest it, then that will be our entry signal right there. So let me just use the 1 hour time frame, because we're already at the level of interest which is here. So we had this nice 1 hour uh pivot where we were looking to see the shift happen at here, and we see we had the nice break, nice retest, nice structure, nice price action being formed there. Then you can put your stop loss if you want right above that week, because this is where the lower high is at there. Then you can see at that point you can take your sale, yeah, based on this pin bar candle right there. Then you can see we got the nice 1 to 4 with easy 1 to 4 without even going to drawdowns. And what has market done? It's back again at the same level. So what do? The same thing. Market is now bullish. The 1 hour is still bullish. Is now bullish. So the only way I can participate in this pair, if right now I can again see the same pattern form at this point, then I might enter, or I might. But I've already, you see, we've already got just now. We've already got 2 trades, and my target per week is just taking 2 trades. So we've already got what we're looking for. But if the market shows us, you might just see, not maybe even take, but just try to observe and see if the strategy is really working. So you can see that's where we are right now. So here what I want to see, since market is here, I just want to see, you can see so you see here in the 30 minutes time frame, it gave us the nice bearish engulfing. Yeah, so even here I want to see some price action in the 30 minutes time frame that will make me sell this thing again. Then if I can see the same price action, maybe I can do something, put my, but this one then must, I have to maybe increase my stop loss maybe from here, uh, even though it will be all the way down here, down there, I have to at least do something like this. Yeah, this is the only suitable. If it can give me something at this point, this is the only way I'm participating in this trade. Maybe my stop loss can be right above there. Yeah, so let's see if it will give us something here, then we might join in the sales. Yeah, and if it doesn't, we just wait. Yeah, but currently we can see the market is now bearish. Yeah, and if once we take out this low, will now be bullish again. So again, I have to wait until the same thing happens for us to continue the sales. Then what do we have in GBP NZD? This pair has been rough for us, guys. You can see we've been roaming at this point where we've been waiting to sell. Even last on Monday, we were waiting to sell at this point, but market didn't just give us what we're looking for. And finally today it did what we wanted, but it didn't give us the nice low we were looking for. It didn't shift the structure for us. So you can see this was Tuesday. Yeah, it had the nice break below Tuesday, but no entry signal. You can see, mm, yeah, a nice break but no entry signal. Let me just put in the 30 minutes time frame, maybe you'll see. Yeah, so you can see this is on a Sunday. We had broken below. So once market was retesting, it was bullish. Yeah, you can clearly see it was bullish. Yeah, very bullish. And this was the only legit way we could have maybe entered the sale if we saw the shift at this point, but nothing happened. You can see there was nice, there's a break retest, no entry, break retest, no entry. Even here, this is not break, this is just a rejection there. Then even here at this point, nothing. So for now, you can also see again market has made a nice higher high and a nice higher low, lower higher low. So at this point, the only legit point where I can think of selling this is after we have the break retest at this point. Yeah, at that point there. for now. Not unless we can see maybe something happen here. Maybe if it can make another high, another high low. But for now, that's the only scene. Same with Euro GPP. If we can see something there, then we can sell. Then you NZD JPY. NZD JPY. Um, well, this trade is currently live. But if let's say we were targeting a 1 to 2, we would have closed this easily. This is a nice 1 to 2. Let me explain to you why. You can see, I remember I was telling you in this pair that I'm looking for buys based on how the market closed. You can see the daily has been making high lows, high highs, and we're at this previous structure point as well. Even same on the weekly, you can see we just broke this lower high, and now we have made a new high, and we came to retest this point, and you can see how market has been reacting at this line. You can see how market has been reacting at this line. They've just been rejection after rejection. You see, this is the same point. So what I was expecting is the shift to now buy. So you can see the daily at that nice retracement that it's having right now. So I'm still interested in this pair. You can also see this is the 4-hour time frame. The market kept on making lower lows. Then the 1-hour time frame, you can see we made this new lower high, even though it's not significant compared to this one, but it's a lower high either way. Then you can also see in the 15 minutes time frame, that's when you can see it clearly on the 30 minutes time frame, not in the hourly or 1 hour time frame. We have the nice lower high, then we have the shift. As I was telling you guys, people here would think it's a retest to add on sales, but no, this is just the market trying to now go to our direction, you see. So you can even see my arrows here. So after we had the shift, the retest, then the entry signal was at this point when we saw this pin bar. You can see this pin bar or this one right there. I think this is the armor, or yeah, I think this should be an armor. Don't know, but this candlestick, damn, can't remember these names. But this candlestick is a nice confirmation of buying in this way. In this situation, you can think of buying. So let me put, I'm sure there's something. Yeah, you can see after this is clear in the 15 minutes time frame. Nice shift, nice break, nice retest, and the engulfing. You can see this nice engulfing here. Nice entry signal. If you miss the engulfing, you can enter after this second engulfing candle or this pin bar right there. You can see, yeah, and your stop loss just right below this. Maybe if you want this week, or yeah, below this week. If you want to be safe, give it more room, or right below this one. Yeah, but it's the same thing. And look what happened. Market just started going up. Yeah, and for now I'm still very much interested in this pair, even though it's trying to retest back to its entry signal. But the only legit way of entering this trade again is after we shift our direction again, after we break and retest this zone. That's when we'll buy more here. That's when we'll think of buying. I'm sure even in the 30 minutes, 15 minutes time frame, this is our new low. In fact, it has made a new one, so we can now just reduce this and put it right there. Since we've made the new lower low, so we just put it right there. This is the only legit way we can enter for more buys at this point. So we'll keep on updating until we see, because my target for this pair is I'm expecting this pair to even reach this point for this week at least, or next week or this week, but we have to reach that point there, because I'm buying at the daily structure point, so my target should be at the daily structure point as well, which is here, which makes sense for us swing traders. Then lastly, I have Euro CHF. Euro CHF has been killing me, guys. Don't know what this pair wants from me. So you can see what happened. I was looking for sales to continue the continuation of sales. You can see where the nice break, nice retest. But let me just put on the 1 minute so you can see where the nice break, nice retest. So after the retest, This nice even information you can see. Don't know if it's the morning star even information. This one right there, these three candles, one, two, three, had a nice confirmation of selling. But look what it did. It just went straight to my stop loss. Even though you can put here, you still be taken out. Yeah, so this was a very bad trade. Even though it was good, but it was a very bad trade. So I ended up losing on this one. Yeah, I think the only mistake I did in this trade was I was a little bit impatient. That's why I think I failed. Because if you can see when we are testing this level to get the initial push, the market was still bullish. The market was still bullish, even though it was at this point was still bullish. So even though I sold, because when I was selling, I was at this level. I think the legit way was for me to wait after after we had this nice. Let me just do this. Yeah, since this was the initial uh higher low. I was supposed to wait for the nice shift like it did in the retest, and any bearish confirmation candle. That's when I was supposed to end, or at least let me do this. You can see what happened here. Let me just draw this box, this circle. But at this point, if it happened at this point, then I would have entered myself. Even though it happened, and I'm sure I think I took the sale after seeing that one. But I made the mistake of doing that when we're inside the level of well, we're not at the level of my entry point. So that's why I think I made an error here. But yeah, so we make mistakes, just learn from them and move on. But I'm sure I won't repeat this because I didn't like what happened. And especially that now, if I was just a bit patient with myself, I could have easily got this one. You see? So as of now, what I'm just waiting for is retest or at this point. Yeah, at this point, then the shift because even this is not a level I would think I would be interested in. I want to see something like this. This is a nice lower high, not this or that. But yeah, it depends with how you trade and what you like to take. But some will take that, but for me, I don't. So I'm expecting this market to now have the retest at this point, or yeah, I think at that same point is enough for me. At that same point, or maybe we can just use this same one here, even because there's a little bit of rejection. Maybe we might use it. Then once it gets there again, the same thing applies. You can see what to do to then sell. Yeah, but as of now, I'm very pissed with this pair because there's no way it can take us out and now drop like no man's business. But this is okay if we can have this daily bearish push. I'm expecting a nice weak pullback, daily week pullback, which might reach that same level. Then the continuation of sales. Yeah. Then remember, I was telling you I was also looking at Nasdaq, even though I don't trade Nasdaq. Yeah, I was looking at Nasdaq just to see if my trade setup works everywhere. And this is what is happening in NSDJPY. Though this is just Nasdaq. So you can see also we have the nice structure point. Then the weekly, the 4 hour time frame, you can see market broke above this level, then it came to retest. So the 4 hour was very bearish at this point. So once we are here, then I switched on the 15 minutes time frame. Then when the 15 minutes time frame here, you can see we had the same thing. I keep on telling you guys. We had this right there, the last lower high right there. I'm sure you can see it. We have the last lower high right there. Let's put this here. We have the nice lower high, last lower high right there, or maybe here, yeah, right there. Then what happened was we had the nice retest at this point. Then we can take the sale as the buy, and and I'm sure we got some. We can take the buy based off this candle that is being formed here. So as of now, this is a nice one to two. This is a nice solid one to two. Even though price has gotten back to that point, let's say you are holding for a 1 to 3, 1 to 2, yeah, you'll be back in your drawdown. Yeah, but this is still a nice trade we can still hold, especially that we can see this price action right now. We're having this nice double top right there, so maybe we expect a nice retest and push. But for now, the only legit way to buy again is waiting for this shift at this point here, which is happening right now, because this is the last structure point that we have. Then if we can have that break and retest at that point, then I think we can then expect a bigger push to even reach this level. And based on the same thing I'm telling you, we are buying on the daily time frame. If this daily candle can close like this, I expect this to even push further up to this level right there, or even up to this one as our first take profit, this one right there. That's why if I took, I would be aiming for a 1 to 2.5 at least, and still be holding this trade. So we'll see what will happen. But even though it's not part of, I'm just looking at it to see. Yeah. Then trades for pairs for last week. This is GBP USD that I picked, but after seeing it didn't give me what I want, I was no longer interested. You can see, but if it can have a nice daily break at this point, then this will be a very nice trade for next week. GBP cards, I was also expecting the same thing, a nice break retest, then sales, but didn't give me anything. But maybe if again today we can have a bearish daily engulfing candle here, we can expect them push to the downside. You what's this? USD card, I'm still waiting for the bearish, the bullish daily candle to engulf this to see is that shift. Lastly, AUD card. We are at this point. This is a point where we can sell at though, even though I'm selling when only the weekly is bearish, not when the daily is bearish as well. Because the daily and the 4 hour just turned bullish, bearish now. You can see the 4 hour just turned bearish now at this point. So maybe we can wait for the retest to then sell. But let's see the once market reached it. Let me just see if the strategy worked also. So once the market reached at this level, you can see how it was making high lows and high highs, high lows and high highs, high lows and high highs. And this is the 1 hour point. Then let's see on the 15 minutes time frame. The 15 minutes perspective time frame, you can see even 15 minutes time frame is the same thing. This is the last higher lower high. Then you can see once we had broken below, so this would have been a loss, I'm sure, because after the break, the retesting off in there, we would have entered our shorts at this point, then our stop loss right above that low, and would have got this as a loss, which is normal in the market. But likely we've avoided it, and the only trade setup that we can now look forward in taking is, since we are now bearish, we can wait for a push at this point, then continue selling. Yeah, for this pair USD card. Yeah, yeah, but for now I'm interested in this, so whatever happens in that one, I don't mind. Yeah, because that's not my pair for this week. Then you can see this is Euro CHF. We at this point didn't give us. Yeah, I was doubting if you can see the engulfing, nothing yet, so we don't do anything. Then Australia JPY still nothing. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching.